well, I'll just not.
All right, we're here. Hello.
Yeah. Hi guys. Sorry, we was talking and I thought we were recording and we weren't.
Oh, it was just like a sec. He basically just entered the room. Nothing was missed.
No.
Maybe some conversations were missed. Zeke, why don't you summarize the conversation we were just having?
We might be screwed because I accidentally started the game while online, but then I realized that when I go into big picture mode, it says I'm online. So hopefully, this entire time we've been playing and thinking Truth hasn't been noticing because we've been either offline, invisible, or privatized. Maybe not.
Wait, are you saying that not just today it's been showing you online?
I'm saying it might be because big picture mode counted me as online, but when I go to check right now, like on my friends list, I'm offline.
That's really
But big
weird.
picture mode says I'm online.
That's really weird. Also, that's worrisome. I'm sure we'll find out eventually.
Well, if not, I mean, he's probably just assuming I'm playing it.
Right.
He
still doesn't know that I know. That's the big part.
Watching. Yeah. Does not know that you are watching this.
Kyle! Josette!
Estelle! Guard!
It's the dawn. I never really got a chance to check the audio. Yeah, it looks good. Everyone's on.
So it took my roommate playing Persona 3 for me to realize there was an auto mode in Persona 3.
I mean, Persona 3, I guess I can understand it possibly not having an auto mode, but...
Right, yeah. But, like, yeah, you just gotta do it in the options.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Tom did that. He was like, I can't figure out how to turn on auto mode, and I said, did you check the options? He said, yeah, there it is. That happened in chat. I don't know if it happened before or after you found it. Also, a way to date this video. Truth recently discovered today that Gappy has been on our stream before.
Yeah.
During the Persona 3 streams, which was 2 years ago.
Gappy's like, oh crap, it's me.
I was like, oh, I remember this. I texted him that we found that, and he was like, I don't remember being on stream. That probably wasn't me.
And then goes, I'm the only Irish person I know. That's definitely gotta be me.
Yeah. Do 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 do
do. Oh crap! We're gonna have to be really careful if Truth ever starts humming.
Oh yeah.
This.
Also, I'm very surprised at how in sync we just were because I don't think I knew the song. Did you know the song? Zeke?
The train wanted to join in too, I guess.
Did you know the song?
This one right here, yeah, it's been playing before.
I know, just like, did you know it well enough to actually hum it? Because I didn't. I was just...
No, I don't think I might have wanted to hum it, but...
I was free-falling it.
Same, but I mean, it's pretty simple. It's 1, 2, 3... 1, da. It just keeps, doing that. Let us be out to glory! Train, stop, please. It's hot. I want to keep my window open. Please stop. Please. Oh.
Oh, we knew we were going to fight them.
Yeah. That means, yeah, the special guys are going to be our final fight.
Who's the brown-haired one again?
So, hopefully we do real good against these guys, but they looked real strong, so I'm a little scared. This is one long train. It's not stopping. Oh no!
Oh, they all get to go first.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, that was nothing. Okay, so kill the red-haired guy. I can't believe he's just out of reach.
Booyah! Oh gosh. Yeah, what you gonna do here? What you gonna do here? What you gonna do here? I don't think you're gonna do anything.
Alright, one more.
I have just, let's see.
Don't forget, you can attack and then S-break.
I'll just, you know,
Hurricane! Bring them all together.
That doesn't
Or
work
possibly
like that.
push them away.
Yeah, that's what it does. Oof. Hey, so I'm gonna break her spell and probably kill her, so later. Well, at least I broke her spell. Oh, come on, really?
Full heal!
I would have peed. Alright, so we will do a earth wall and get these three people some that. She will come in and just punch him right in the face.
Oh, I thought you were gonna... Well, I guess she has 1,000 health, so probably wouldn't
Yeah, that
kill her.
like if he had, you know, just... She had just, you know, did her little, what you calls it? Petrify? Yeah, that would have been over.
That is very powerful.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna listen to Quiz's advice, everybody.
Yeah, definitely kill the
and
red
then
one.
Just kill him.
Alright, you didn't quite kill him, but oh, you're gonna do this, okay.
This should take out two.
Hopefully.
We got that one real close.
Yeah, you're back where she was before, so... You know, just...
So that guy's either gonna waste a turn...
Just blow on her.
Yeah. That guy's either gonna waste a turn... Or actually hit us, so...
What are you doing?
Oh no!
Did he revive him? Okay, kill
Yeah,
the
he
green
did.
guy. Kill the green guy.
Yep. Yep. That's happening.
Kill the guy I'm pretty sure is voiced by Kamina.
You know, you might be right. I'd really like to take out that arch that's about to come and hit me in the face. But I don't want to ruin an S break for it, you know. It'll suck. Oh no, it didn't actually.
You know what? It's really just the red-haired one that has damage power.
Yeah.
But we need to kill the green-haired one first. No, stop it.
Fine, he'll die soon. White Gahanaha.
Did you get all three? Awesome.
Oh dang. Just gonna punch him in the face. And get that.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, that's mildly annoying. Why are you just punching?
Cause I want to keep his arts up, or not his arts, his CP.
CP?
Oh gosh.
Well, his CP is 0 now.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a one-hit move.
Why weren't you using arts?
Because his arts suck.
Okay, but with the main girl.
Well, I kind of wanted to get... Because arts don't... I don't think hitting with arts have been upgrading her CP. So I wanted to make sure she had a 200 ready to go.
Okay. Time to revive.
Might as well use a Celestial Bomb.
You could buy
He'll
more
just
of
get
those.
hit.
Never.
Yeah, he'll just... Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He just had too... There'll just be too many people just punching him in the face.
Right, now he's gonna kill Oliver.
Now I'll use...
Can you...
Arrow Storm.
Oh, that'll do it.
Oh! I love you, Joshua.
We need to use that more.
The game doesn't like it when I use it, though.
That's some decent damage, too.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck did you just... Oh, strength up? Its strength's gonna be useless once you're dead! You do need to kill him now, though, because he's about to go.
How much does he have?
I don't think he has much. 700, huh?
It's just 700, so...
Can you get an arts off quick enough and then S break?
No.
Oh.
She's not fast cast. But I will do this.
Oh, he got up. I didn't notice that he got back up.
Yeah, because I gave him Gladiator Belt.
It's a really nice thing. Oh, you killed 3 of them. Oh, you killed all the remaining ones. I didn't notice that the red hair died.
We're good to go.
Yeah, he got took out with Hurricane.
Yeah.
Dang. That was a fun fight.
Yeah.
Like, man, Zen was really tough. And I'm like, Zen didn't do anything that fight.
He didn't do anything major, but he was around.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't do anything major. Like, that was all Joshua and, like, Estelle a little bit.
Also, he was the one that died, too, so saying that Zen specifically was really tough was kind of weird.
Right, he's supposed to be like, you know, the big bad, like Goku kind of character, but I mean, that freaking arrow attack was really
wow,
good.
there's like 6 paragraphs on how to fight these guys.
Oh.
Alright, so you're supposed to get 40,000 mirror for this, so you're gonna get 4,000 mirror for this.
Probably. Oh yeah, that we're gonna watch the Kapuas get roasted. Right?
Yeah.
Like they're just gonna die. We'll be the Masked Avenger. Which one? There are 4 of us here. There's, you know, 1 mask, 2 mask, 3 mask, 4 masks.
I guess Lawrence.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just being stupid. It's almost like he's probably going to be a big bad of the story or something, by the way.
I still think that's a girl.
Lawrence?
Yeah.
No, that's a dude. That's got to be a dude.
Why?
I haven't... this is a dude. Guarantee it. Lawrence is a dude.
If he is a dude, then he is a young dude.
Katane! Bijin!
I hate that they make us watch all these.
Yep. Hopefully Lawrence just kind of ends it. You know? Oh, wow.
Oh, they don't
Oh,
like
wow.
that guy.
Oh. Oh. Oh, are they gonna end up killing all of them and then Lauren just KOs them all?
Well, probably not. It's probably her turn by this point. No, I guess she's just gonna wait there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is that what's gonna happen? Like, they're
That's
gonna end up taking everyone
stupid.
down, and then Lawrence is gonna.
Take them down quicker.
Oh.
There you go. I thought Lawrence attacked there. you know that kind of walk by attack some people do.
Yeah. Yeah, the nothing personal kid. Oh.
Why
just
didn't you do
killed
that the
Kyle.
first time?
He just killed Kyle.
I think this might be random. Alright, well that's a dude voice. It's a very masculine voice too. That might be the...
Yeah, he went,
Could that be the dad?
I don't think it's the dad.
Did the
'cause
dad have
uses-
facial hair?
No, the dad, yes. And also he had a staff.
That guy had a staff. A one-handed
sword.
staff.
He had a sword.
Also known as a spear.
No.
Wasn't really a sword, it was really long.
That was a sword. He's one-handing a two-handed sword, basically.
Okay!
But to be fair, Japan freaking has no idea what sword lengths are because a katana is like the length of a one-handed sword, but it requires two hands to use.
Katana needs two hands, really?
Well, yeah, I mean, the handle length is for two hands, but the blade length is like the equivalent to a one-handed sword length.
Oh, okay. It's the blade that's one hand. Oh, yeah. So you do use it for one hand. It's just they made the hilt too long.
Well, kind of, because what it was meant to do was do draw cuts. So, like, it's very good at them because it has the two-handed sword link, pommel and guard and all that. But it's very short range because it has a one-handed sword blade, essentially. They knew what they were making. It's just the fact of like,
Is a draw is a draw cut just when you draw the sword you slash?
no. It's like, say you're holding it in front of you, two hands, right?
Mhm.
And then you do the strike, and then you draw the pommel down to your side.
And what does that do?
No, it just gives you more angular momentum in your slash. Gives you a little bit more force on the end. Because basically you're kind of like whipping it into the
Oh, you mean like a down and then
like
to the
every
lower
time you
left.
see every time you see those are what draw cuts are. Like a up left to down right, or right to down left.
So basically a zag or a zig.
Yeah, diagonal cut.
I don't know how hard it would be to do it twice and make a zigzag, but
Well, I mean, depends on the stance you're
you could do
you could
do a pretty good V cut then.
Kind of. What you'd mainly do would be, because the idea of a katana was you'd only. Oh, that was 40,000.
Huh.
But the main thing about a katana was just the fact
Maybe you
that
just
mainly-
spent a lot of money last time.
That could have happened, actually.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah, the main thing is the duels were mainly for one decisive cut.
Mhm.
Like, it's weird because, like, say if you take European history, for example, right? The sword kind of became one of the main armaments. So swords became better and sword fighting techniques became better because of that, because swords became a main weapon. In Japan, swords never really were a main weapon. They mainly used the spears and naganatas for warfare.
Because they
so
were
those
too
gotta
afraid to get close to their enemy.
Well, yeah, mainly just because their swords weren't good on horseback, and they weren't good in a fight, basically. Because if you had somebody with a spear, with a sword that short, with a sword blade that short, you couldn't really do much.
Honestly, talking about katanas just reminds me of Dr.
Also-
Stone.
yeah. Also, they didn't have the technology at the time to burn the metal hot enough, so katanas were extremely fragile.
Mm.
So, like, if you had actually had, like, this is one of the main reasons why it didn't become a mainstay weapon, was because they were very fragile. So, if you blocked with the katana, it would crack.
Yeah.
Like, it was hard to use them in fights. They were really good at killing peasants and people with armor that didn't have metal in it, though.
They were
would
really
mess
good
you
at
up.
killing the defenseless.
I mean, they were for what they could make. They were an awesome blade. They were extremely sharp.
And that's why they
Which
were
is
so
why-
good in Dr. Stone, where all they had were sticks.
Yeah, like that was the main thing, was just the fact that it was used to just end a man's career if you could get a single good strike in, because it would cut deep.
Actually, it's interesting that you actually mentioned like the swords versus spear thing, because that's what ended up happening in Dr. Stone. Is that they had the one guy with the spear, and that made him difficult to fight against.
Yeah,
He had a weird spear, actually.
that weird of a spear. It was I can't think of it. I looked into that a little bit. It was mainly
The
a
spinning one or the spiral?
Yeah,
spear?
no, that it was just based. That was just
Like, what the fuck does that even do, really?
Oh.
Can you spin it that effectively?
Yeah, you can, especially if you have a bamboo or some kind of fiberglass style bow that actually has some give to it. Yes.
And what does
The
that
main
do
thing was-
exactly? Is that a
the
real
main-
weapon, I guess, my question.
Yeah, the main thing was it wasn't actually really used to like it. The spin was a little bit put on, but the idea is if with it turning, was still sharp enough to cut on the spin, but you would kind of stop it and then strike in different positions. So while they were getting distracted by the spin, you could hit them and cut them with a slash kind of attack, or stop it and then get in for a strike whenever they would you'd knock their blade out of the way or their spear out of the way, for example.
Okay, so really it's not the spin directly doing anything, it's just to fuck with people.
Yes, that is most fighting styles. That is 100% most fighting styles. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
After the group go to the second floor, look at the profile of those characters. Oh, I guess the time for you to go to the liberal news service? Where the fuck is that?
I don't know. I'll find it. Yeah, because we didn't pay attention at all. We were too busy talking about swords.
Yeah, it was a fun conversation.
Um.
How many times do you fold the metal for a katana?
Oh, it depends.
Because I
don't
didn't
really
even
know
I did
that.
not know that was a thing until
Yeah.
again
No,
Dr.
that's
Stone.
because that's what they would do. Like like a European sword, right? Has the impurities burned out of it because they were able to burn the metal that hot.
Mm-hmm.
So that way it became a pure thing of steel.
Yeah.
In Japan, they didn't have the technology to burn out the impurities. So what they did was, to make a weapon stronger, they kept folding it in on itself to make it a smaller point for it to get sharper. And also the folding gave it a little bit of structure, which made it harder, but it didn't... There was one really cool video that was on the History Channel for a little bit. It was comparing a European sword like Claymore to a katana, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how the Claymore was good at striking and chopping kind of things, but it didn't cut as deep as a katana did.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing was, as soon as the Claymore struck metal, or something hard, the Claymore would bend and wobble to absorb the shock, right? But since a katana is folded and therefore more rigid, it doesn't absorb shock. So if it came into contact with another sword, all of that forces stayed within that one point.
And that's what makes it like break and stuff.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Because, wobbling is the nice little physics.
See, now that reminds me of completely unrelated, somewhat of a tangent. I
There it
remember
is.
now a moment when me and my family went camping as a kid, and I found this long stick, and you know, like kids fuck around with sticks, right? So
Yep.
I took the
Shut up
stick.
the pee holes.
What?
Continue.
Anyways, so I took the stick, looked at a tree, and decided to slash the tree with the stick.
Mm-hmm.
The stick then proceeded to break in half, and one half flew at my fucking face.
Like, did it go around? Like,
No,
circle
it
around the
basically I hit the tree, and the half of the stick I wasn't holding broke
Yeah, just
off
flew
and
back, yeah.
bounced off the tree and into my face.
Oh, so you didn't even like strike the side of it, you struck in front of you. Okay.
Well, I think it was the side.
It was probably more in front of you if it... Oh.
It might have been an angle. Colonel
Am I just
Richard.
asking people? Am I just asking him things?
Colonel Richard. Oh, that could totally be him. Shit, that could be the masked guy.
It's not the mask guy. We've seen the mask guy and him in the same place.
Have we? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure that the masked guy wasn't somebody else, just
I'm
as a stand,
pretty
just to make it look like
Yep.
they were two different
Yep.
people?
Yeah. Only the second live-action Scooby-Doo movie has done that. Shut up.
I forgot the circumstances of that. What happened?
It was a really pointless scene. Where... Yeah.
Who was in two places at once?
He's ugly. The bad guy in the movie. And it was only there to give you like, oh, this can't possibly be the bad guy because the bad guy showed up, said something, and then left.
And how did it? And what actually happened then?
I mean, it was still that person. She just had the somebody she knew dress up as the bad guy for a second, go, I'm the bad guy, and then leave.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've watched the second movie. I think I just saw the first one.
There were some really funny parts in the second one. And then here's our boy, Lawrence. His head looks too small.
Yeah, it does. Also, is it just me or does this look like a bad Photoshop cut on his head?
You mean like
it looks
you mean
rigid.
like the hat and you mean like the hat and Danganronpa V3?
No, I just mean like it looks like somebody tried to magic select him out of
Oh my
the
gosh, I
background.
can see it. Especially like on the left side of the helmet and the top right.
That's the part I'm looking at. Is the top of the helmet.
Dang.
But goddamn, it's like they used his profile picture for a long time and went, "Oh shit, we need to make the rest of his body." All right, let's do this. And by the time they got to the feet,
He's
and
also got a bad case of Kingdom Hearts pants. Look at how poofy those pant legs are.
like he starts small, and as you go down, he just gets larger and larger.
It's like you're a little kid looking up at him.
Yeah. Did you?
Also, I paid no attention
went,
to that conversation.
He went. He went away, but did you see how big his fist was?
Yeah. Juicy tidbits. Yeah.
See, now I just feel like that there's nobody we know under that mask, and this was all pointless.
I feel like it's probably going to be somebody who's important to one of the characters, but we've never seen before.
I think it's just gonna be nobody. At this point, like I just don't see the point.
Someone's looking for speckled magic carrots for her. Huh. That's not super unusual for rich families, but still, just gross. That's not the point. I'm gonna marry her.
Spot on,
What?
kid.
Who's the main person? Probably Colonel Richard, right?
Yeah, just keep picking Colonel Richard, because that's all I have here. It didn't specify which option that was supposed to be for. It just kind of says after you're like talking to Neil after looking through the profiles.
Colonel Richard.
Choose Colonel Richard, but like that's that option's come up twice now.
Yeah, but the other one was talking about the profile, so that was the profile one, and yeah. Oh no! Oh wow, that looks like a fire alarm, not a phone.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
You gotta wonder, like, because this is the first Trails game, which means they really didn't know.
Well, no, there were other, Legend of Heroes games before this.
No, but this was the first Trails game.
True.
So they probably had Trails in the Sky laid out. They probably didn't have Cold Steel laid out, though.
No, definitely not. But also, as soon as we're gonna say something like that, like this was the first Trails game, and Truth's gonna be like, yeah, you guys forget about the bird. I can't believe you beat the people that I usually pay and work with. So, good job, I guess.
I want the shield on his wall.
Who's gonna use it? Also, it's just like a coat of arms. It's not an actual shield.
You know, he could use it. Zen.
He punches people. Why would you? I guess shield.
I mean, he did die.
This is true.
And he's big enough to actually wield it.
So me and some people were talking last night. There's a lot of cool things coming out this season.
Anime-wise?
Yeah. Me and my roommate kept up with as much as we can of Gleipnir without having the subscription.
Yep.
But man, that's getting fun.
How far does that get you?
Episode 5, I think.
I think that's where I'm at. Hang on. Where's my... Let me check my list. I think episode 5 might be where I am. Where they get what?
Where they get the new person on their team.
Oh, okay. I might be on 6 then. Episode 6 is weird.
I liked the preview for 6 because it showed a guy with a freaking telescope face.
Yeah, I've seen 6. Have fun with 6.
Oh no.
I was watching episode 6, I'm like, this is gonna make Zeke very uncomfortable.
Oh no, it's another like body horror gross out episode.
You'll see.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you.
Because I've been enjoying how gross this show is.
Next Life as Villainous has been really good. Kaguya has been really good.
I haven't watched Kaguya yet, so I'm gonna do that. I'm guessing that's only on Funimation too.
I don't know if it's only on Funimation. That's where I watch it. I feel like Crunchyroll usually has the stuff that Funimation has.
Kind of, but lately Funimation's been like holding stuff.
So I told you about the Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? A while ago.
Yeah.
And that was one of the shows that I kind of have been talking down about.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up introducing one character that I actually ended up liking. Surprisingly, I actually started to like this character, and she is basically a nun, priestess, nun. I think nun. She looks like a nun.
Yeah.
As far as, fantasy nuns can look.
Right.
My first impression was, oh, one of these characters, because, there's a certain standard that comes with...
I heard a bird.
Caw-caw! There's a certain standard that comes with blonde nun characters. The main character just somehow gets betrothed to her. I roll my eyes at this, but whatever. We're doing this now.
All right, cool, whatever. Right.
By the way, the main character has been very. What's the word? He just kind of runs into situations and is like, well, I don't want to do this, but fuck it, fine. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but basically, people are expecting him to do stuff. He clearly doesn't want to do it, but I guess he just kind of puts up with it. So, yay, they're betrothed. Turns out she's actually a very nice character. She's one of those... What's the word? Just one of those tries to do her best kind of characters. Then I get to the end of the episode.
Oh no.
He has a few other people in his party. And for some reason the other two girls, who I really don't give a shit about, have decided that in order to, I guess, gain status or something, they want to become his concubines.
Okay.
And again, I'm watching this and I'm like, why?
So every time the show's about to grab you, it goes back into trash territory?
Here's the weird thing, is that none of it looks like trash. None of it looks like trash. When I'm telling you it, it certainly sounds like trash, but none of it is visually trashy, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Kinda.
There's nothing about it that looks lewd. They just kind of talk about shit like that, like it's normal.
Okay.
So anyways, they get to the end of the episode. He asks his betrothed, "What do you think about concubines?" Because obviously he's from our world, so his impression is
that
don't
sounds
do
bad.
it. Yeah, and she just kind of looks at him and is like, "Seems pretty normal to me." And he's like, "Fine, I guess you can be my concubines." And I'm like, "Why? Why did you accept this? You don't have to accept this situation." That made me hate the main characters. Because after getting to know the one character, I really...
I do.
Sorry, say again?
What do I do? Because it's like, hey, you gotta sneak in the West Block, but everywhere is like, hey,
Alright, so
don't
it says
get
it's
spotted
time
by-
for you to sneak into the cathedral. This is a rather difficult stealth mission, but it's trial and error regardless. Alright,
Because I can't go this way, it's blocked. Do I have to go the long way?
Are you fucking kidding me? Hang on, I'm reading this and I'm already really pissed off. The more often you get caught, the more BP you're gonna lose.
Right. I'm already knowing I have to go the long way.
Are those the guards, by the way? I can't tell.
Yep.
Okay, where the fuck are you going? Be sure to save every time you get through a difficult part. Okay. Anyway, there's several things to remember. Patrol guards' awareness decreases in dark areas. Also if you're behind them, obviously. If they're standing on a brightly lit area, he cannot see the dark, shady area across. The fuck? Obviously, don't try to get too close, but you have to monvey. But if you have to monvey? Is he trying to spell maneuver? Move around the camera to observe the patrol guard's behavior. So let's get started. All right.
Good thing I played all of that Metal Gear.
Oh, there's a map. Okay, bring up your map. You're
I'm
nowhere. You're not even close to where. I mean, maybe you went past it already. I'm not sure.
No, I'm doing fine.
All right, you know where you're going because I don't.
Yep. Oh.
How did he not see you?
No, uh-oh.
Oh God, he is following you. Where did he go? Oh my God. Yeah. All right, where are you right now? I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Are you trying to get into the green thing?
Nope. I'm trying to get to the purple thing.
The purple thing. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Please don't turn around. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's. Oh my God. This just hurts to watch.
I hated that.
Oh my God.
I hated that so
Oh
much.
my God. All right.
I hated that
Okay.
so much. How much
All right.
did I... No, I didn't have to do that. Okay.
You did have to do that. Okay. Yeah. All right, you're almost there. I
Oh,
think.
that was it.
That's it?
I did it.
Oh my God.
I did it without getting caught.
Did it without the guide too. It's not the greatest accomplishment, but you know.
It is. It was our girl.
Who's that?
It's our girl. It's the princess.
Or the queen.
I mean, Chloe.
Could be the queen.
It's Chloe.
No, but Chloe could be the queen. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Yeah. Queen, princess. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Anyway.
No.
That's
Oh. Yeah. It's
her
Chloe's
attendant, her retainer.
No, the royal knight.
I mean, retainer.
The royal guardsman. Yeah.
Anyway, how much did you catch before all this happened? Because I feel like I was cutting out at one point.
About the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it all.
Basically,
Yeah, it definitely, it's really still cements the whole thing of this did not need to be an isekai.
the only on the one hand, like he has a personality of somebody who does not live in that world, but he's lived in that world for so long, he really should have known all this already.
Right.
Somebody must have fucking taught him, and if he doesn't know, then why would he know?
Right.
But yeah, I was really upset when he just kind of accepted that.
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll just have sex with these random ladies too.
Yeah, I was really hoping they would just like keep it between him and the blonde girl, because I actually like her.
Yeah. You can trust Hilda.
What was funny actually in this episode, because you know he's the overpowered main character, but he's only overpowered in magic. As a noble, he has to participate at least once in a tournament. Now, this tournament
is a fighting tournament without magic.
It is a fighting tournament without magic. So he has to learn how to use a sword. So you know he does some training along with his party members, and he does his first round in the tournament. And you can really feel like he's learned quite a bit about sword training just as this battle starts. And then the battle starts, and the other dude just runs up to him, does one of those, unsheaths the sword, and stabs him in the chest with the hilt of his sword, and then he goes down immediately. It was the funniest thing ever. To see the main character go down in a second.
I like when training montages wind up to nothing.
What was cute was that his betrothed saw everyone like training for the tournament and started doing like, to the best of her fucking ability, pull-ups to go along with their training.
Right.
People sure like pretending to be nuns in this game.
Yeah, there's this series. Not sensing anyone. What's with him and Reen being able just to sense people?
Why did we go in there again? Why did we have to
talk
infiltrate?
to her.
But why?
Because she gave us a letter. It was like, hey, meet us at the cathedral. No, you make him talk. You make him talk, Estelle. Every person means a personality, blah, 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 blah. This reminds of the days, blah, 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 blah. And I remember the blah, 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 blah. Okay, who cares? Joshua, the blah, blah, blah. Well, so I'm grateful for having someone with me, the sky, dad, but most of all, you. Sploosh. What's the thing you had in her mind? Yep. That she wants to bang him. Well, at least she totally admits the fact that she wants to bang him now.
I was looking more at my anime list to see what else is happening. What did I miss?
Oh, Josh was like, hey, when all this is over, I'll tell you about my past. And she'd be like, cool, when you tell me about your past, I'll tell you about my thing. And he'll be like, he was like, oh, you could just tell me now if you want. And she was like, no. And so I wonder where we go for the dud, like the second key. I think that's probably it.
Well, there is a optional quest, I think. Or
another monster quest.
Yeah, it says Sewer Monster East. So I'm guessing, honestly, if you can do that now, I think you're supposed to do that now.
Yeah, because it was a training. Yeah.
Plus, you know, build up your CP.
Yep, that was the plan.
How many more quests? Let's see.
Yeah, it's probably this one here. The one that I was trying to open before and was like, no. Yep. Oh. Alright, let's go.
Alright, there is one more quest after this one.
What would it be? Is something cool?
I'm looking at the name and I'm kind of excited.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
I'm gonna wait until we actually get to that point, because I don't know how far away it is. Oh yeah, that... Ooh, where is this quest? Oh yeah, that last quest is quite a ways away. So other stuff I'm watching is the new Digimon show, or I was, because it seems like they stopped airing it because of, you know, COVID. So I guess I'm not really watching that anymore. Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's.
I'm not watching that after all.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. I really don't know how to feel about this show. I kind of don't want to fault them for the animation being so different, but the animation it does look different.
Doesn't look as good, kind of style thing, or
Just makes me feel like it's Beyblade, or rather when Beyblade changed its animation.
Right. I think they've been doing that lately.
And I think it's a budgetary cost kind of thing, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very difficult style to draw when you get down to it, and this is just easier.
Probably.
But man, I look at the cast and I feel like the colors are just all over the fucking place. Have you seen the poster for this?
No, I just saw the dub of the last one that goes like, it talks about like deck. Oh man, I want to touch that deck kind of thing.
Oh, that was Vrains. That one, I don't
Vrains.
know if the colors on that all that bad for that one, but hang on.
Monsters appeared. Oh.
I'm just gonna send into the poster art for Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, just to illustrate how I feel like the coloring of the characters is just really weird. Anyways, did you S-Play with Joshua? I thought you were building up your CP.
Well, his builds up real fast because he's got the
I guess, yeah, that's true. Give everyone
like he's already back before he's built.
Savor the victory. We earned it.
All right, so that I don't remember his name, but that's we've heard his voice a bunch. Nekamaru would be one.
Yep, that looks like the new Beyblade. No really way to go around explaining that.
The girl is also there's a lot of purple going on with her.
Okay. Okay.
You don't care about your CP?
I did not finish fully exploring that section.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Alright, what else is on my list? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Ascendance of a Bookworm, but I don't think there's much else I can really say about that I haven't already said. I'm surprised Truth hasn't watched that yet, because that just seems like a good show for him.
You calling Truth a nerd?
Oh, I don't think you know what Ascendance of a Bookworm is. If you, if that was your response, that's the one with where the character is isekai'd, reincarnated into a little girl, and she just has this obsession with books and wants to read books, but there's no books around, so she's like, I'm gonna make books.
That's stupid.
It's also really hard because they're poor. And she's like 7. But she also like... Again, good example of an isekai that should be an isekai, where she's using her knowledge from her world to, like, make stuff that somebody walks up to her and say, "Hey, that shit's profitable. Why don't you work for me and I'll pay you to make stuff?" I actually like that character. The merchant character is actually really cool. Man, Oliver is so cool.
We're good to go.
That joke was so bad I didn't even hear it.
I could feel you looking for a response in your heads somewhere. Aha!
I think that takes us back up.
Now you have to go
first
all
where
the
we
way
got here.
back.
I'm not sure I'm done exploring yet.
Let's look at shit that I watched last season. Oh, Join the Pack.
Oh, is that the...
That was...
Is that the show about the guy who goes to, like, the all-animal school?
Yeah.
And, how is that?
I learned a lot of shit about animals that I didn't know before. But ultimately, I wish that show did not exist.
It's one of those where it's like, oh, this is kind of or you get dragged in for a second and then you're like,
Oh, I could
right.
tell, like, from the get-go that the show was going to be kind of trashy. The one thing I will give it props for is that it introduced a panda character at, like, episode 6. And you know, shows typically have all the characters in the opening.
Right.
Except the panda was not in the opening, even though there were characters in the opening that were introduced after her, which makes me wonder, did this character pop up in the manga and the people making the anime were like, "Hey, let's put her in now"? People like the panda character.
I'm pretty sure I've now explored everything. You know my favorite part about pandas?
What?
That they should go extinct.
That they should go extinct?
Yep.
Why?
They do absolutely nothing. Like, I watched the dang episode, like, I watched the scenes with the panda character and how the main character is interacting with her. That
Oh, so you
is
already
how I feel about pandas.
You've already seen the panda.
Yeah, I know the fact that the main character acts exactly like I would if there was a panda like that.
Okay, now to
trying
be
get her
fair,
way.
the main character doesn't like any of the animals.
I know, but
He's
still,
kind of a
that's
dick
like,
in general.
I know, but still, like, that's just...
God, look at this fucking battlefield.
Yep.
It's like we're drawing a magic circle. Okay, everything's about to go off.
Everything's exploding.
Yep, everything did die. Alright, anyways, what else? Let's see. Isekai Quartet. 2, rather. The second one. Do you watch Isekai Quartet?
No.
Don't you watch haven't you seen most of the Isekai that's on it?
I liked none of them but Shield Hero. The only one on that show that I have not gave a try yet is Konosuba.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot that RE0 was...
Oh, yeah. I was trying to remember, what's the fourth one? ReZero, right.
Yeah.
You've seen that one?
Yeah, I love it. RE0 is beautiful.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The other two shows are trash in it, so I'm like, eh.
Well, you'll be happy to know that although Shield Hero is in Season 2, Shield Hero is not in the main class.
Yeah, because they're trying to keep their main things profitable.
Yeah, so Shield Hero does not show up as often as I would have liked. But they're still around. I'm pretty sure they're in every episode. What surprised me is that at some point during the show, and apparently they're actually in the background throughout the show until the end, where they're finally like, "Hey, let's go visit the festival," and the guy's like, "No," and then they walk away. Cautious Hero,
Never heard of it.
also an isekai. Basically, the main character is so overly cautious that imagine like he had my Persona roster for the first dungeon,
But played like a chump.
but did it on purpose. No, but did it on purpose. Like, he's just so overly cautious that he just wants to be prepared to overkill.
That sounds fun.
It's entertaining in its own way.
It's not trash. It's not awful.
I mean, it wasn't. I can say that the dub was really fun because, fuck, what's her name? You probably wouldn't know the voice actor's name anyway, but the one who played the girl, the goddess, was just really fun to listen to. She's
Savor the victory.
very eccentric character. Let's see what else. Okay. Destructive God Sits Next to Me was a show that I watched last season. Probably my least liked show last season. It was horrible to watch. I had to force myself to watch it. Or force myself to finish it, rather. It's basically, like, you know what a chunibyo is.
Yeah.
It's basically... that's basically it.
I do, however, want to watch My Girlfriend's a Chubino. I've seen
That one-
that advertised.
I've seen the first season. It's not as bad as this.
Right. But, I mean, that one's also just a guy putting up with his girlfriend.
Yeah, that one's... If it's the one I'm thinking about, that one's okay to watch. I don't know if it's called My Girlfriend is a Chunibyo. If it's the one I'm talking about. Because for all I know, there's like another one. Is it an older one that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Might be the one. Because I only ever knew that as Chuni. That's all I knew.
I think, because I'm pretty sure that's, I'm using the English dub name.
Didn't know that Girlfriend was in the name, because I don't think they actually become a couple until like the end of the season.
Wow, then if that's the case, then they are definitely spoiling the dang show.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna look up the name. Give me a second. I'm just gonna look up this name. Chuni. Okay, this is gonna be difficult because all the... Okay. My girlfriend? No, alright. What if I just search girlfriend? What happens then? That gave me next to nothing. Okay.
How do you spell the word?
Fuck if I know. Keep playing. I'm gonna find it. Zeke, just keep playing. I'll find it.
But I want to annoy you by finding it first.
That's not the fucking point. Okay, okay. I did find it. Chunibyo demo koi ga shitai, which I don't think it translates to what you said. Where's the English name? La da 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 dum. Oh, is it time for the final round already?
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
I forgot to go turn in the quest. I'll do that later.
spires after you arrive in a village, so you might be fine.
Oh, what am I supposed to do here?
Here, I think you're just ready to fight, aren't you? Oh, okay. Go upstairs to the second floor, to the spectator stand,
I want
and
to talk to everybody who we beat.
talk to Dorothy. You thought I was lying, but there she is.
This time she is.
I just loved it. That's where it ended up. Alright. Hey, I found the English name. Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions.
Okay.
Also known as, regardless of my adolescent delusions of grandeur, I want to date. Alright, now I gotta search my girlfriend is a Chunibyo and see if that's an actual thing.
Okay, I talked to Dorothy, now what?
Oh, also Professor Elba and Kurt.
I don't trust him.
Nobody does.
Nobody. Who you been talking to? And then I just go back.
After that, go to the lobby and talk to the mayor.
I'm in the lobby. There's no mayor.
Talk to Alba and Kurt.
Yes?
Afterwards,
maybe
return
meant
back
the-
to your
maybe-
room.
Okay, yeah, the room, okay. I thought it meant like lobby is in the front lobby, not our lobby. Nope. Oh wait, Kurt is the green-haired guy, not the...
Oh, were you thinking Neil or the red-haired guy? Anyways, and as far as I can tell, there's no show with that name, so I think you're talking about the show that I was talking about.
Yeah, the advertisement might have just said those words. Is what I'm thinking happened.
Maybe you're looking at season 2.
That might be it. Legitimately might be it.
Because then it would
Is
be
what?
correct. I forgot where we were going with that conversation.
Dude, I don't remember. Oh, you just said like...
You
hey,
said you
know
were
what that
planning. I
means?
guess you were just saying that you were planning to watch it because you saw stuff
No,
about it.
I don't think I was planning to watch that one. Oh, right, this is our mayor from my hometown. Mayor
Oh.
Klaus.
I also saw Beastars last season. That was fun.
Man, Beastars was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I know we keep talking. I think this is about the 4th time on this I was gonna say podcast. This is basically what it is because we're not streaming. This is like probably the 3rd time on the stream we've talked about, like this stream alone, this series alone, have talked about Beastars.
Science fell in love, so I tried to prove it. That was a fun watch.
I haven't watched that yet.
The quintessential quintuplets. What the fuck does quintessential mean?
Like the quintessential is like the must needed, you have to have kind of thing.
That completely changes the interpretation of the name that I had up until now.
What was that?
I don't know. I just thought it had Quint in the name, so I thought it was just,
I think
wordplay.
no. Yeah,
Just thought it was
like,
wordplay.
it means like the best, the most notable, like this is what this kind of show would be. And technically it's not wrong because it's the only show about quintuplets.
Well, the way you described the word, it made it sound like you need these quintuplets. All 5 of them.
If you got the hair mending, I guess, and then the other 4 threw chocolates at you on Valentine's Day.
Alright, here's another isekai that I watched last season called High School Prodigies Have It Easy, Even in Another World. This is a straight transportation to another world.
Right.
7 high school students were transported, so there's a whole group of them. And they all have, like, Danganronpa level skills.
Yeah, no, I know the show. I was thinking about watching because they had Danganronpa level stuff.
Yeah. I have to reiterate because this is the first time I've talked about it in the stream.
Okay. You also never talked to me about it, but...
Yeah.
I just knew what it was.
Really just not... I can barely remember much in that show, and I don't even remember how it ended.
Yeah, it's just shows that like that have a cool premise, but unless you're murdering people, you know, kind of generic and sometimes. Because like High School Prodigies is kind of like a, you know.
It
thing
sounded
that
like it could be a
done
good
a lot.
show, but it was surprisingly boring. Possibly
Right.
because there were 7 of them.
One
And
of
they
my
were
shows
and,
that,
and they were all so good at what they did that they just seemed overpowered and
right.
yeah.
One show that I really liked. I've only watched a little of it, but I kind of want to go back and watch it again. Also, we need to finish Fibrain.
Yeah.
Because that reminded me of it. It's Problem Children Come from Another World.
Problem children come from another world.
Like these 3 kids from our world who have special powers get pulled into another world to compete in a competition among gods.
Fuck, have I watched that? Hang on. I don't know if I've seen that. Problem children. I don't think I've seen that. I can find it. All right, good luck. Don't get hit by that one.
I'm probably going to, and it's gonna hurt. And I'm gonna cry.
Watch them suddenly become like between the 4 of them. Suddenly they're more balanced in their damage output.
I mean, probably that's what happened to the guys that we just fought.
Oh, okay. I never watched this, but I saw the. I remember the artwork. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? I never watched that.
I've only watched a few episodes, and it was okay.
It was okay.
Okay, he got himself too.
I mean, one of the more prominent things about this artwork is the bunny girl, so I'm already kind of...
They don't show her off that much. She's a joke character.
Oh my god, now that... Speaking of bunny girl, now I remember the bunny girl from... a different isekai, completely different isekai. What was it called? Now I gotta look it up. Why are there so many isekais? I thought there were only going to be a few isekais.
Alright, someone need to do the aura blasters to take these guys out. What now, son?
Ari Fureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest. So, entire class gets transported to this other world.
Right.
The main character basically gets the merchant class, I think. Which means he can do alchemy and stuff. What is really weird is that this show drops you into...
Oh.
He can't do that! What the fuck? Wait, is that a clone?
Yep. He just shadow clone jutsu'd on me.
What the fuck? Anyways,
I'm gonna mute him.
Look, we're having a discussion right now, guy. Stop talking.
Because he keeps healing himself. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it.
I feel like if you mute one, it should mute both of them, but alright.
Okay.
Are you supposed to win this? I don't think you're supposed to win this.
I can. I mean, I'm not doing bad. I'm actually in control of the situation the entire way.
You're right, you killed one just now, actually. Yeah, you're doing good. Okay, you got him down. Oof.
I need to use my Curia on her.
And then S-break, and then S-break again. Oh, well that was wasted!
Yeah, it was.
Should have S-broke.
Could have. I didn't know he was going to do a super art again. I had a thing to bring her up. I do not. And he's going next, so I might as well just bring her up. And if she gets hit, she gets hit.
Take that.
Good distraction. Good distraction,
Honestly,
Estelle.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Still.
Could you
go.
distract him a little bit longer? No, she's fine. She's fine. He's gonna kill her. Wow, you actually confused him.
Yep.
That didn't seem to work.
Doesn't really work in any other games, does it? I will mute him again.
I feel like you should have been able to kill him by now. Yeah, like that. I don't know why you waited to do that.
Make for dramatic purposes.
Alright. Now take off the mask.
They weren't trying.
Anyways, the isekai I was talking about, they drop you into kind of feels like the middle of the beginning of the story because they don't show you the transporting part. They're just kind of already there and established as people who have, you know, isekai powers. So it was really confusing when watching the show at first.
Right.
Anyways, they're in a dungeon, and the main character's just kind of, you know, one of his classmates decides to be a dick, and then he falls into the darkness of the cave.
Oh.
So now he's alone, and he uses alchemy to learn how to be really, really, really good while eating monsters. Because, you know, there's no food in caves.
Right. He's got to kill it.
He's got to eat the monsters. That turns his hair gray. And he basically becomes edgy as fuck.
Right, because one of his friends just tried to kill him.
Yeah, and he has to eat monsters. So, you know, edge. he does kind of turn from the most kind of he goes from a bitch to an edgelord over the course of an episode.
I mean, to be fair, I would too if one of my friends just tried to kill me.
The thing that was bothering me while watching it though is that he doesn't get out of that cave until like the 5th episode.
Yeah, it's a little while.
Granted, while he is in there, he gets his, he becomes edgelord, uses alchemy to give himself weapons and stuff, mechanical arm because that got bitten off. Meets a vampire girl that a Shinobu would be a good comparison.
She's like, I like you, so I'm gonna help.
Yeah.
Because plot.
She doesn't live in a shadow or anything, but she is, I think, a vamp. Yeah, she's a vampire. She's a little blonde vampire girl. Which reminds me, I remember seeing a little blonde vampire girl in the opening for Cold Steel 3. So that's gonna be a thing.
Japan likes her little blonde vampire girls, I guess.
And then they get out of the cave and they meet the bunny girl, and the bunny girl's really fucking horny for some reason.
She's a bunny.
Oh, I remember now. This was the show where I showed you a screenshot of the main character shoving a pole up the dragon's asshole.
I have never seen this picture.
I think I've shown you this picture.
I have never seen this picture.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before.
I have not.
Hang on.
Because I do not remember this. You might have done it in a group chat and thought I did, but no. I've never seen this. Hey, it's our boy.
Hang on, please tell me this is a GIF.
I'm recently appointed the resident military officer of the Erebonian Embassy. And I've known this whack job for a very long time. I'd even call it schoolyard chums.
Oh, is he about to get outed?
I don't know, because we already knew he was Erebonian.
But did we know that he is Prince?
We don't know that yet. Oh, bears a thought. No, I'd rather simply never told them.
Alright, now I need to give you the GIF.
This.
This is gonna end up coming from my other account, FYI.
Oh, okay.
Alright, there you go. And enjoy that when it gets sent to you.
I have never seen this before. Ever.
It's far more graphic than one would expect.
I've never even thought about a dragon having a butthole. Also, he looks a lot like Reen.
Oh, yeah. Reen and,
Yeah.
yeah. He is voiced by Josh Grell, which has been coming up a lot lately.
Why did he do this?
Why did this scene take place?
Yeah.
To make her talk, actually. He was interrogating her.
Oh.
What was funny is that towards the end, she started to like it.
That's not funny. That's trash.
Then she turned into a human version form, because, you know, dragons can do that sometimes, and she joined the party.
Oh. Alright.
He has the weirdest fucking party members.
My dinner party!
Like, he has the weirdest party members, but all of them are, like, memorable party members.
Right.
But I guess for the wrong reasons?
How much does it look like we have left?
Until when? The end of the game?
Yeah, I'm just saying, would this be a good spot to stop, or should we keep going for a bit?
We're only an hour and a half in. What do you think?
We could go for a little bit more then.
Yeah. I know this has basically been the Isekai discussion.
I just got an achievement called Police Patrol.
Oh, SPD emergency.
What's that achievement even?
Speaking of which, I've been rewatching the History of Power Rangers series. It's been fun.
I love Power Rangers. Where am I supposed to go?
Let's see. There's so much to do at this point. Do your restocking and your side quest. Oh, did you turn in the side quest?
Just did.
Did it say what BP you're at?
I'll go show it again to you because the train's coming by.
Alright. Should be good. Alright. There's really not much to say other than... Okay. Do your restocking because after you initiate your attack in the villa, you will not come back. Before we start, if you collected all of the volumes, it's time for you to go to Barrow's Coffee's house and talk to him. Once you give him all 11 volumes, you have to choose between 2 rare weapons. You could have gotten weapons!
For the books? That would have been a good thing to have known beforehand.
Damn it, Truth! Alright,
Your guide sucks, Truth.
If you want to get the other weapon, you have to replay the game to... Okay, so you only get one of the 2 weapons for having all the books. And you have to replay the game to get the second one.
Not worth it.
You have to do 3 major tests before staying off the villa. You have to talk to Neil, Lieutenant Swartz, and the other liberal bracers. Have you done that yet?
No, so we're just kind of going around talking to people then?
Yeah, Neil, Lieutenant Swartz, and the liberal bracers.
I'm just gonna buy stuff. Man, Truth's freaking, his whole, his guide sucks. There was absolutely nothing in here that I needed. Alright, so I need to go... That's the Calvardian embassy. Oh, Lieutenant Schwartz is the girl, right?
Yeah.
At the church. What do you need? Ew. Oh, well, that guy's gone. I just want to message Truth right now. His guide sucks. Does it say where any of these people are?
To find Lieutenant Swartz, go to the cathedral on the west block.
There.
Talk to the priest and go to the room right of the entrance and talk to the archbishop. Is that the archbishop? Yes. Unfortunately, she's nowhere in sight. Alright, for now, go for your next task. Go to the Liberal News Service and talk to the editor-in-chief and Dorothy on the second floor. Go to the news service thing. Like, she's not there. Alright, so yeah, talk to... Where the fuck is Dorothy?
None of them are here.
Did we miss a flag?
Oh.
I guess maybe Dorothy will pop in.
All right.
Oh. Maybe they thought that was Dorothy. Did you get an option? What the fuck?
Truth's guide sucks. Oh, we have... Oh, let's... No time to waste. Let's go to that banquet at the castle.
So...
Did you read the guide wrong, or is it not mention that at all?
Hang on. No, it does. I just thought you were a lot further than you actually were, because you turned in your quests, and I thought you were down there.
Gotcha.
I mean, we're still gonna blame the guide.
Truth's guide sucks a little less, but it still sucks.
No, it sucks more. It put the results of the quest in the wrong place. Obviously. Did you get the 100k Mira as your reward?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of money.
At the end of the game, right?
Yeah. Very end of the fucking game.
Alright, let's commit some terrorism, guys. What? What? What?
We just find out that Zen is actually a major terrorist.
The only one that doesn't say what is Joshua, and he's like, Estelle, you couldn't tell? He's got 3 devil horns on his head. Come on.
By the way, the guide calls him... It doesn't call him Zen, it calls him something else. I'm trying to find where it is.
His name is
Zane.
Bob.
No, it calls him Zane.
It's like a bit made off of a fan translation.
I'm looking at the chat right now, and Truth's posting about like the Persona 3 highlights he's run into. He posted the picture of Chidori. All that did was remind me that we beat her in 1 turn.
Yep.
It was really weird how quickly we fucking killed her. Because it's one thing for me to be doing more damage because I had Loki, but everyone else in the party was beating the shit out of her.
Now that's one fine woman. I found out you can hold a...
Oh.
What it looks like.
Well, Tom would be upset because he can't read that fast.
Neither can I. Actually, I can.
Tom made a comment about how quickly I was going through Persona 5 dialogue.
Yep.
And he made an effort of explaining that when he reads dialogue, he reads it as if the person was talking with all the pauses and personality.
I mean, I read it aloud in my head too, but I'm fast.
Yeah, but like with all the pauses and in the voice and personality that the character would have.
That's very inefficient.
I like that you use the word inefficient. Because you're right. That was my argument without using those words. I should have said inefficient.
Like whenever Truth was saying, no, it's better to teach kids this way of math and division, and we were like, no.
See, you can more or less understand a box of dialogue with just a few words.
Now, the same thing happened whenever I was playing Persona 5 for the first time. One of my roommates was watching me, and then he was like, hey, can you slow down? Because I didn't know he was actually watching. I just turned on the auto.
I always find it really interesting because when I was in like high school, I had to I had to take one of those like special English courses because I was a slow reader, and now I'm a really fast reader. And I just think it's funny how things turn out.
Yeah, the more you do something, the better you get at it sometimes.
And it's all because of visual novel games. That's the first thing I'm gonna think of if I ever have a kid who is slow at reading. Is like, give him a visual novel.
Your wife's like, did you just give our child porn? Yes. But
no, I gave him study material. Look, he's going to practice how to read, and it's very efficient. I think I need to ask how Tom ended up being a slow reader despite all the visual novels, because
we
don't want that.
Was he playing like visual novels like Psychopaths and like, the one game that we were playing a little while back that we haven't finished yet? Or was he playing like age games like Shuffle?
This building's very white. It feels like a final dungeon.
Oh.
Well, hello, Dean Collins. I am a very old man. Look how long my beard is.
I use extensions to make my beard look older. I'm actually 42.
I also use it to make my eyebrows look longer.
I gotta see his eyebrows now. I'm now imagining like drapes like over his eyes.
No. But they are quite big when you look at like Estelle's eyebrows, for example. You ever think that old people like these two, like, the reason why they grow out their hair and beard so long is because they know that once they cut it, there's no going back?
I don't want to think about that. Because I have an uncle named Slick.
Why was this name important?
Why do you think we called him Slick?
Because he's bald?
Yep.
Is he bald by choice?
Oh. He went bald at 30.
Was it one of those situations where he's like, I'm just gonna cut all my hair off and let it grow out, and then it just
No.
never did?
He just went bald. And that terrifies me. Hey, it's our mayor lady. Oh no, we're meeting everybody. The game is near.
Well, hang on. We still haven't. I forgot how her name goes, but like the first party member we got.
Oh yeah, Chloe.
No. Before that, actually.
Oh, her.
Shara?
Charizard.
Charizard, yeah. We have not seen her in ages.
I mean, she was kind of useless. I completely forgot about her.
I don't remember her being useless. I think she was just, it was the beginning of the game and we haven't used her since.
That is pretty worrisome that there is all of the mayors in Liberal are here.
Like I told you, it's the final dungeon. That's why it's so bright and white.
Oh, I'm a sick. Nope.
Estelle, don't! Get out of here! Like, Josh was just trying to chase her out.
Ed's Joshua.
You're gonna get us in trouble!
Ooh, paper Joshua.
Estelle, come on, let's go!
Oh,
We're wasting our time.
wow! One of the nobles has committed a genocide. And had an affair with his secretary. And kicked a puppy.
Are you, aside from the puppy thing, are you referencing something?
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, I'm reading this letter.
Well, he kicked a puppy, so you know he's evil. All the face characters are here, even the ones that I didn't think we'd ever see again. Oh. I see. All the mayors are here. That's what's going on.
Yes. Yeah, that's...
He
yeah,
just
I
invited
said
all the
that.
mayors.
I
Well,
literally just said
I
that.
thought it was everyone, as in literally everyone we gave, that had a face.
No.
Just was
yeah.
in this building for some reason. And it was just kind of weird. Almost like the building was gonna be like burnt down with all the important people.
Oh, we've seen this spot before
Where?
in the video True showed us.
Oh. Fuck, that building is huge. Estelle, get back here! Stop playing around! Come the fuck on, Estelle! I don't want to play this game with you!
Oh!
Are we going to meet Chloe? We're supposed to know at this point, right? Like, as players, we're supposed to know this already.
We don't. We have, like... This Princess Claudia.
Oh, right, that's her full name, isn't it?
Yeah, she's not Chloe. She's Claudia.
I really wanted her to be queen somehow too.
Brace yourself. Such discourtesy! Smacks the man with a gun. Wow. I like her. I bet she's Hilda.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be a bitch to us, but no, she's actually like pretty respectful.
Yep. It's Hilda. This is the lady we're supposed to give a letter to.
This what?
We were told to give that letter to Hilda.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's the head maid. Okay.
Yep. I get you to return here once the dinner party is over. I believe I have thought of a way. I'm going to kill you and put your bodies in front of her. Okay. Ready. Not gonna say anything about that, Joshua?
You were cutting out, so I never really heard what you said.
Oh.
Are you still on push to talk or something?
No.
Okay.
I went. You have a pretty smell, lady.
Still cutting out. Anyways. Oh, hey, it's Zane.
It's Zin.
No, he's Zane now. This guy is doing a bad job at telling me where you're supposed to be. Has the banquet occurred yet?
No. Have you not been paying attention?
Well, it's just... Okay, this is what it says. There should be 2 guards protecting the royal keep. Okay, we talked to them. And then it says, anyway, after the banquet... Well, what the fuck happens in between? We're just walking around right now.
Bruce real bad at writing guides.
Like, I don't know what we're supposed to be doing.
Go eat food. Wow, this is a small dinner party.
God, this table looks like shit.
Yeah, it does.
Looks like there's a bunch of PNGs.
PNG. I thought you said pea and cheese. Oh, that's funnier than PNGs. Pea and cheese. Oh, I was about to be like, quiz. Gosh, that's disgusting.
Do you know what the difference between pea and cheese is? Well, they're both yellow, but one of them is a solid and one of them is a liquid.
Also, one's artificially yellow because they put dye into it.
I mean, I don't put the yellow in the pea on purpose, Zeke. That's just how it happens.
I just don't drink enough water, okay? Calm down.
I imagine that's what happens with the cows too. They don't drink enough water, so so the cheese comes out orange.
Ew.
Zeke, are you there? Okay. Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay, it
Yeah.
paused for a second. I thought
Oh,
I
did you
killed
not hear the last thing I said?
I just heard ew. All I heard you say was ew.
Oh, and then I said, wait, the cheese comes, wait, because the way you said, like, that's when the cheese comes out, yeah, I'm like, the cheese comes directly from the cow quiz? What?
Just imagine that when you milk the cow, it comes out yellow.
Just comes out as cheese.
And then you look at it, it's like, is this cow making orange juice?
That's one sick cow.
Taste it. No, that's definitely milk. I guess I can turn this into cheese still.
Oh. There's another show that I liked real well, but Truth didn't like it, right?
What?
Because it was Silver Spoon.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's made by the girl. It's made by the woman who made
Usagi
Fullmetal
Drop?
Alchemist.
Oh.
Yeah, it's about a kid going to a farm school, an agriculture school, and I really loved it. It really reminded me of home.
Did you have a lot of spoons back at home?
Just don't take this away from me. What are we eating?
Dessert. Looks like dessert. Alright, I am going to play Russian roulette with my anime list and see what we can talk about. Where do you...
Lands on one of the hentai.
I did land on Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, but I think most people know what that is, so... Hey, Gurn Logon. We know about that. Spice and Wolf. Have you seen Spice and Wolf?
I have not, but I really want
Really?
to watch it because it's one of my friend's favorite anime.
It's a really good show. The weirdest thing I've ever found about Spice and Wolf is when you get used to the dub and then you watch the Japanese, and it's just it's the girl's voice is just very different from what you would expect.
Hmm.
All right, what else we got? Okay, you don't want to talk about Overlord. You didn't like Overlord.
I hated Overlord.
Gundam Seed.
You mean the worst Gundam season?
That's upsetting because that's the one I grew up with.
Same.
Why is it the worst?
It's just bad. It's just boring, bland, and does nothing new.
Is it the show
And
or
it
is it the
drags
dub?
on and on and on.
It is 104 episodes. If you count, both seasons.
Yeah.
Seed and Seed Destiny. I did like the openings. The openings are kind of nice. And actually some of the endings. I think that was dubbed in Canada too, actually. You know what it was, because Richard Ian Cox was in it. So it's a Canada dub.
Right.
Not sure if that made it worse. Gundam Seed has a certain nostalgia for me, though, because it was one of those shows that I kind of caught bits and pieces of as a kid because it was like around that time where I wasn't really actively watching TV.
Right.
Like it was late at night or
Yeah. Oh yeah.
early
They
in the
put
morning.
seed real late at night.
Like you had to like know when to watch it and then like actually aim
Oh yeah,
to watch
and
it.
watching Gundam Wing again for the Federation of Friendship scripting, right?
Hmm.
I forgot how Gundam Wing has not aged the best. It like its first little bit is kind of rough to go through, where it's jumping between all the characters so much.
Ooh, I landed on Mega Man.
Which Mega Man?
The good one.
The .exe?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Net Warrior.
The one with the kid with the fucking.
Hat.
That's
And
not
roller
even. That's not
skate
even a hat. It's a
Headband.
it's a headband. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Mega Man NT Warrior is my. It was a really good anime adaptation for a game series.
And you know what? Think that might have been Canada dubbed too because it had the guy from Death Note as the main character.
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh, and Mega Man was voiced by the guy who was the main character in Gundam Seed. Full circle.
I cried when Mega Man died in that show as a kid.
Dude, that was like the turning point of the show, right? Like up until that point, it almost felt like it was just one of those nothing changed kind of shows.
Yeah, and then they killed him,
And then
like
you
at the
killed him,
end
like,
of season
"Oh,
1, and everyone was
shit!
like, "Oh,
this is some shit is happening."
yeah." And they didn't bring him back for like 2 episodes.
Oh yeah, like when shit like that happens, when you're a kid watching shows and shit like that happens, suddenly you become very invested in the show.
Oh yeah.
When he came back too, he got all the different modes, and that made the show so much cooler.
I like how we've not been paying attention to anything the story's been doing.
Oh no, we've been paying attention. Wink.
We're,
We know exactly as much as we need to know. Such as Zen being a rude guy.
right.
He's very rude. Alright, next on Russian Roulette.
Hey, they mentioned Arabonia.
Oh god. I landed on something called "My mental choices are completely interfering with my school romantic comedy."
Let's skip.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, I just can tell by the name. Skip.
I just want to point out the one interesting thing about it. When it says "my mental choices are interfering," guess what that means?
What?
Every so often, a multiple choice appears before him, and he has to choose one of the options. I forget what happens if he doesn't choose one of them, but he has to do one of them. And they're usually both really bad. Like,
Oh no.
like, will get him into embarrassing situations. So he'll try to pick the one that's like, the least troublesome. But usually they're
Like-
both kind of troublesome.
Like kiss the girl or pin her up against the wall.
You know what? Let me see if I can find one of them. I want to see if one will just pop up.
Colonel Richard.
I think one of them was A, temporarily become a girl, or B, one of the girls temporarily becomes a boy.
Okay.
And he chose girl, and he chose to become a girl, I guess because it's forcing the trouble on him.
Right.
But it just goes to show how fucking weird some of these choices are. That can actually happen.
That's dumb. But also kind of weirdly cool. That something's gonna be that absurd.
I'm trying to find another one.
Master Swordsman. Uh-oh.
Actually, I think I like the opening theme for this. Alright, what's this?
I want this game to be over. Let this game be over. Quiz.
So I was looking at a clip and I just kind of felt bad because he clearly had to like choose something. It didn't say what. It just kind of started with his choice, which was to take off his shirt and just kind of run around the classroom. and he's like doing a cheer or whatever, but you can see he's crying.
Josh was gonna dress up as a maid.
I thought Estelle was going to end up dressing up as a maid, but you're right.
Both going to.
He's probably going to dress up as a maid. Also, I finished watching the clip show, the 1 minute set of clips of this, and if you watch this out of context, the main character looks nuts.
Right.
Like, he just looks like he's out of his fucking mind.
You're changing too, aren't you?
He did play the princess, which means he's got a nice ass. You'll do great as a maid.
Just looking at her like, yes.
Reen never had to dress up as a girl, and I feel like that's a missed opportunity.
I'm sorry, what?
Reen never had to dress up as a girl, and I feel like that's
Oh,
a
I
missed
thought you
opportunity.
said I, and I was like, Quiz?
Reen.
What?
Reen.
Yeah,
I don't know how you got I from that.
I was half listening. I like this.
For some reason, I thought that was gonna somehow be Joshua because he came out first. Yeah, that looks nice. I have said that I think she looks nice with her hair down. All right, now show us Joshua. And of course,
You added extra sparkles, game.
I think they gave him makeup too.
Probably, yeah.
All right, now we get to now you have to work as maids for the next week.
Cool.
All right, now you get to walk around like this. Were you the head maid? Are you the head maid?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right? This is weird. Zero!
So now what?
See, Joshua, other people do it too.
Go to the royal keep and talk to the queen. All right. Wait, did we dress up as maids just to get in here?
Yes.
Are they not gonna recognize at least Estelle?
Right?
And first he's like, I don't recognize those maids. Then he's like, I feel like I've seen those maids somewhere before.
And she's like, I hope you're not thinking of anything
Really,
untold.
what she should have said is, yeah, they fucking work here. Also, that is not the uniform that the other maids have been wearing. Yes, please get me the boy clothes. Please
Boy
don't,
clothes,
though,
now.
because it's more fun this way. Aww. We're still the head maid. I don't know why
This is
we're the head
Chloe's
maid.
room. By Chloe, I mean Claudia.
I guess because she's supposed to be the one leading us.
Yes. I hope this is a trap, and we die.
I thought that was gonna be Chloe.
Why? The hair's not even close.
Well, from the back it was.
No, it's not.
Look, it's purple. That's all it really needed to be.
Massive orb reaction was detected beneath Grand Cell. Ooh.
Fuck berries.
Uh-oh, what's that mean?
We forgot something.
What?
We forgot to bring a gift for the queen.
Oh, no! If we could save mid-game, that'd be a perfect spot to end this, but we can't, so let's continue.
Did you know it was coming, or were you genuinely concerned?
I figured, but at the same time, with how bad this guide is, possibly. Perhaps then the role is meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? No! Oh. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that's something I must admit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times that would be known as the 100 Days War.
It lasted 2 days.
Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Haken Gate. They blitzkrieg, basically. Like
So they hacked the Hacken Gate.
Shut up, Joshua. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberal became occupied territory, save for Grancel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance, but it was a matter of time before Grancel would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that no one could have imagined. Patrol airships that had just been developed were used to recapture Liberals' checkpoints.
They learned.
Severing the Joshua, stop interrupting me. Severing the Empire's connection and communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Dice, Rouen, Bose, Roland, with their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupied each region were swiftly crushed. There's our daddy.
Which one? The middle one?
The middle one.
Okay.
Yep. And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than the one Colonel Cassius Bright.
You know, shave his mustache. Could be the guy in the mask. His hands are huge.
God dang, they are. It was your father, who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at that time Cassius lost what he treasured most in the world.
Money.
Wow. We look exactly like our mother.
Yeah.
Lena, your mother is still that
Apparently we watched too.
Well, you remember, she got blown up and Estelle watched. Remember?
I don't remember. Actually.
Yeah, she got blown up in the clock tower by a bomb.
Oh.
The clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. We learned nothing new. Besides that our dad came up with a strategy to beat the Empire.
At the end, she's like, oh, wait, that was your backstory. So, what's your backstory? I don't remember.
I like pudding.
You know what would have made a good gift for the queen is the marbles that she lost.
Pulling a Hook quote, and that's a joke from the movie Hook, which I'm guessing you've never seen.
No, I've seen it. It's just that, is it really the same joke?
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard that joke other places.
Anyway. And
Or at least the lost the
unless-
marbles part of the joke.
Right. Your Majesty. Did you all bring me a birthday present?
It's not your birthday yet.
Oh.
Your birthday is,
Not now.
tomorrow, next week. Yeah, next week.
Next month. Week. Month.
Actually, you know what? It was last month, so it's in 11 months. We're not late.
Granddaughter Claudia.
Could you just please fucking reveal that she's the princess now? I feel like... I really do feel like we should have already figured that out, but... Apparently, as players, we haven't figured that out. What were we expected to think she was, given that she has, like, this
Bird. and
army
the-
of retainers?
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Heh. Poopy thing with her. Pooey thing, I guess she would mean to say. Uh-oh. I honestly didn't think we'd see Joshua in this again. Did you, Quiz?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess to leave, we need to be able to...
Right.
Mm,
But like I thought we'd just get warped out of here, so I guess there's another scene coming in. And if not, this is gonna be a waste of time.
No, just let's head to your room.
By the way, ladies.
Who do you want to throw under the bus?
Is there a right answer?
It doesn't say anything. I don't know who Lena is, but
Our mom.
our mom? Okay. I mean, fuck. Who do you want to throw under the bus?
Our mom's dead.
You don't want to throw Dorothy under the bus?
You may call me Karen.
Kareen.
True. In Japan it'd be Kareen, but in America it'd be Karen.
Even with the I?
Yep. They were trying to bang us.
Man, the head maid sure leaves dusty footprints.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh god, he's gonna want to make us his concubines. I'm not 100% sure what a concubine is supposed to be.
Don't. Okay, it's somebody that a guy bangs on the side. It's
I'm
literally someone he keeps
really,
around just to bang and have sex with.
really wish the main character of the Eighth Son show just said no. Really wish he just said no.
Yeah.
I'm really hating him for that decision. And he didn't even like say yes as a. It's not like he was into it at all. He just kind of rolled his eyes and went, "Fine, whatever."
He just told us to have sex with him.
Yeah, like concubines.
This gas will be mine in a week anyway. Train coming.
Choo choo.
That door didn't even open.
I saw it open. Here we go.
Quiz.
Hey, we're back. Okay.
Quiz.
Yes.
Does it matter?
Yes, it matters.
What am I supposed to pick?
Whatever you want. What happened, though? Because I clearly missed a bunch of stuff. Hello?
I can barely hear you.
What did I miss?
We just got back from the maid service, the maid people, and then, the Duke was like, hey, let's have sex, and then just
Yeah,
still
that
didn't
part.
get it.
Yeah,
so
that
the
part
maid,
of stuff.
Yeah, the head maid explained to her that he wanted to bang her, and then she got real embarrassed.
I guess she didn't pick up on that immediately.
No, she did not.
Oh, it's Zane.
I mean, he's drunk.
I like that he walked up and then just took a big swug. Man, this cutscene's really fucking long for something that's barely described in the guide.
Oh, denied. I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop.
So you just put a bottle to your face and didn't drink anything. That is kind of funny, actually.
Yeah. Did Elnan? What's this? I know this handwriting, but I'll just stand there and read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zinvet, I hope this letter finds you well. I know that I've been out of touch. It's from our dad. In a hurry, I hope so you'll be pardoned by my bluntness. My work is concerning the Jaegers, which is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact of even with forces, It seems to have been influencing matters inside Liberal. I feel an unease of absence for so long. That's why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if it needed? Since you have been in Liberal before, perhaps you could think of a recreational trip. This is a martial arts before the Queen's birthday celebration. Foreigners can participate. Can make nice, fine camouflage. It's fine.
Oh shit, the Queen's birthday is coming up.
Yep. Intending to return to Liberal before the festival and hoping to be a fine dream when I return. Cass is bright. P.S. If you have a chance to meet my son and daughter, they're currently apprentices of the guild, so if you haven't met them, feel free to test their extent for their training. Try not to bail them out too much unless it seems like they really need it.
Chloe being the princess is going to be like the big fucking twist of the game, isn't it?
Probably.
I still feel like it should have been obvious by this point. Not to the characters, but to the players.
I mean, probably is more obvious to the players, but some players are stupid. Some players couldn't figure
Someone other than Akechi.
so obvious it's a catchy, though.
I actually haven't exactly seen anyone who was not spoiled by that. Because Tom was spoiled by that.
I mean, there were some streamers who were bad at video games and just react because they needed to react because they're streamers.
Yeah, but they can react with the I knew it approach.
True. Also, it didn't help that game veterans were like, "Oh wow, this guy's exactly like, you know, Adachi."
Yeah, even his name is similar. Still, I think the game designers were trying to make him look like a Naoto. You know,
What is this
because
place? I never would imagine that something like this existed.
what the fuck is going on here? What is this place? Yeah.
Lowest level, yes sir. Whoa, was that some kind of mechanical monster? Archaism. Oh. Now that I think about it, yeah, we haven't fought any of those yet. Oh, he uses a katana. He's an 8 blade guy. That's not good. Yep.
What?
Wait. He's under the Divine Blade. Okay, no, he studied under Laura's dad.
He's only got the one leaf technique. Something we will need to watch at some point. If you haven't seen it already, I think Truth still wants to watch it, is Demon Slayer.
I love Demon Slayer. I will watch that with Truth.
And it's been dubbed, so I get to re-experience it in English.
Some of the dub voices are awesome, from what I've heard.
I think... from what I've heard, they're not, but I don't care.
Oh.
I mean... I think I'm just kind of around those kinds of people.
That's also true. I mean, to be fair, it's really hard to beat the Japanese dub because it's just awesome.
I think his sister actually has the same voice actress, though.
Ow.
She doesn't fucking talk.
That's true. That's true. Now that I think about it, they could just edit around her little.
I mean, I was joking because she will have lines in the first episode, but I was making fun of the fact that she doesn't actually have lines.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, they could just keep her muffled moans and whatever, and groans or whatever.
She also has the one line near the end of the show.
Oh yeah, whenever she's in the hallucination, getting her blood magic.
Yeah, her blood magic attack. I look forward to that. Maybe that'll be the next thing we watch because we're almost finished.
With the
Orimono.
Getsuna, a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, Suna's gonna get it.
We do need to discuss what we'll watch next. Yeah, Suna might get a girlfriend. He also probably won't because that's the way the show tends to be. He doesn't seem to give a shit.
Because all the girls he's ever talked to have been mean. Except for the two, but they like his boy, so. Alright.
Finally, we can finally. What was it? 324.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly where you're supposed to be right now.
Alrighty, everybody. That's been the Stream Lawyers. Hopefully we finish this up next week, so... Sayonara.
Probably not.